today.
What's up, everybody? Chad here for yet another Taco Tuesday, and today we are going to talk about one of the very exciting rumors about the 4th generation Toyota Tacoma that has come to light in recent months. So this one in particular, we may have touched on a little bit in the past, but that is specifically talking about new powertrain stuff concerning, obviously, the next generation Tacoma. And this information comes from various sources, whether it's people that are within the industry or also Tacoma World and other various sources online. So again, rumors are exactly what they are. They're rumors. There's nothing more than that. There's no concrete information coming straight from Toyota telling us that this is exactly what we can expect to be coming to market in the light of the 4th generation Tacoma. So we are still several years out from that. We are nearing 2020, quicker and quicker every single day, and we shouldn't be expecting the 4th generation Tacoma to be coming to us any sooner than, I would say, 2023. I believe if it will come, it may come to us in the year 2023 as a 2024 model, or 1 year earlier. But specifically regarding the powertrain for that, you can expect there to be the same exact engine that we have right now with a different transmission in it, if I were to guess. More speeds, obviously, because we did in the 2nd gen go from the 5-speed, or excuse me, the 5-speed into the 6-speed that we now have in the current 3rd gen generation. There are a couple different things that I've read, but one of the more compelling rumors is that we had talked about in the past the possibility of a 4-cylinder turbocharged unit that would be put under the hood, and one particularly interesting transmission option could be the 10-speed automatic that Toyota actually already uses in the more sporty Lexus products. So the LC and the LS 500s, they both get the 10-speed automatic transmission, which I think is a pretty cool idea to think about going into a mid-size truck. Obviously, Ford has already come to market with their Ranger, which has a turbocharged 4-cylinder with a 10-speed. So will we be seeing that in the Tacoma? Hard to say exactly. One thing that I think is even more of a possibility as an option, or it might just be the only option, would be a hybrid assist transmission. So this is not something that's brand new, but it would be new to the Tacoma, would be say an 8-speed unit that actually has an electric motor within it that can assist with takeoff, can assist in parasitic losses that do come from the hydraulic system that is within automatic transmissions. And it's kind of similar to how Fiat Chrysler uses an electric motor actually connected to the motor, which is used to start the vehicle, and is also used in filling in between shifts and helping there be, I guess, a little bit less power loss as you're driving and doing everything day-to-day in your vehicle. So that is one thing that is a possibility that I've read online, but again, these are rumors that have come from various sources. There's nothing concrete that says, yes, this is what Toyota is doing. But the one thing that I think is really interesting about this is that Toyota has already had this hybrid technology in previous years, and it's kind of, getting to the time where you would think that they would have already implemented that. But again, once Toyota has something that does work for them, they typically, or so far, have held on to it for a long time. So for instance, the previous generation Tacoma held on to that for a decade, or actually, well, yeah, it's pretty much a decade, a 2005 model year into the 2015 model year. That's exactly when they had their last model for the 2nd generation. Speaking of which, there goes another 3rd gen right by me. But with the 2nd gen, yeah, they held on to that for a while, so had the same exact powertrain options all those years. So it seems like Toyota might actually be shortening their lifespan of a current generation, or at least that's what it seems like, because the newer 4th gen Tacoma has been said to be coming out probably around 2023, which would actually be less than a decade, because obviously 2016 was the first year for the 3rd generation Tacoma. So the different options that we're probably going to be seeing with that is going to be dropping the naturally aspirated 4-cylinder and giving us a turbocharged 4-cylinder, as well as the current V6 That's my prediction. I could be totally off on that, but the transmission option would probably change because it would just be time for it. Most people are phasing out of the 6-speed. Kind of touching on the 6-speed, the GM Twins, their mid-sized truck, the Colorado and the Canyon, they obviously only had the 6-speed for a really short time. It was like 2 years, and then they switched over to an 8-speed unit that went behind their 3.6-liter V6 that they have in those trucks. So it's one interesting thing to think about, that Toyota does have this technology, kind of roping back into me mentioning that before, because they have the hybrid vehicles that they have nowadays. So like the Prius, for instance, that is a standalone, kind of the leader of all hybrid vehicles because it's the name that everybody knows and it's in worldwide markets. But to be coming to a truck as like a hybrid assist would be kind of cool in my opinion. The fact that it could kind of fill in some of the dead spaces, as some people may call them, where there is some powertrain loss, and it could kind of help boost up some power numbers because electric motors that we're using nowadays are pretty strong actually, and can help make up for the losses that I talked about within an automatic transmission. But I would like to know, what do you all think? Is there something specific that you would like to see for the upcoming 4th gen Toyota Tacoma, or even the next gen Tundra, which should be coming even sooner than the Tacoma? Because there are rumors out there that the next gen for each of these trucks will actually share a platform, which would be really, really interesting. But of course, we will let you all know as we gain more information as time goes on. And of course, talking about any of this news in the industry is always really exciting. But again, leave anything that you have for us in the comments below. And of course, if there's something that we haven't mentioned and you're like, well, I actually have this information that I've heard from various sources, again, if we haven't mentioned it, definitely let us know, because we love seeing and reading all this stuff, because what all goes on in the industry nowadays is always so exciting. And some manufacturers are really good about keeping things under wraps, and some not so much. So again, thank you all very much for watching. Have a fantastic weekend.